So we are not done, but let's go to the Carl Bank's audit report for 2024. The auditors, Deloitte. So let's see the audit report for Carl Bank for the year 2024. So what do you see first? Independent audit report to whom? The shareholders of Carl Bank PLC. Note, they didn't address anybody else but the shareholders. So that is our title and address checked. Opinion paragraph. Remember the things we said that will be there. 1, the financial statement. 2, the opinion. 3, regulatory requirements like IFRS Act and everything. So let's come to the opinion paragraph of the Deloitte report. We'll read it, okay? We have audited the consolidated and separate financial statements of Carl Bank PLC and its subsidiaries, the bank and the group. Set out on page whatever the heck, which comprise, so now they are listing the financial statements. Then he says, so this is all listing the financial statements they audited. Come to the second paragraph. In our opinion, again, go to the pro forma. List the financial statement you have audited. Explicitly state the opinion. In our opinion, the consolidated and separate financial statements give a true and fair view. It means BBI. So this is an unqualified opinion. Are you following it? An unqualified opinion represent the true and fair view, or give a true and fair view of the consolidated Then for the year ended in accordance with IFRS accounting standards issued by the International Accounting Standard Board, with the IAS 19 directive issued by the Institute of Chartered Accountants Ghana, the requirement of Companies Act the bank and specialized deposit That is our opinion paragraph. So you see, the financial statements were listed. They stated their opinion that the financial statement give a true and fair view. Everything is okay. Then they listed or they mentioned the regulatory requirements. IFRS is, because it's a financial institution, that is why it is talking about the bank and special deposit taking institutions Act 2016, Act 930. If it's an insurance company, then they will refer to the Insurance Act. That's the opinion paragraph. What are we doing? You won't write it in the exam, just know the pro forma, so that when an extract is presented to you and you read the opinion paragraph and they have not listed the financial statement, they just talk about certain things and they didn't talk about any act, any standards, then you know that the opinion paragraph is incomplete or inappropriate. So in your appraisal, you would then have to make reference to what should have been there. You are not redrafting the audit report because you won't write audit report. You are just going to now write your answer to state what is supposed to be there that they did not bring. So that's our opinion paragraph. Next, the basis of opinion paragraph. As we said, how did you do the audit? Making reference to ISBA. Let's see the basis of opinion paragraph for Carl Bank issued by Deloitte. We conducted our audit. So how did you do your audit? All right. So we conducted our audit in accordance with international standards on auditing, ISAs. Our responsibility under those standards are further described in the auditor's responsibility, So, reference to the ISAs has been made. Continue to read. Please stay with me. We are independent of the group in accordance with the professional accountants, including international independent standards, ISBA code, and other independent requirements applicable in accordance with the ISBA code or whatever. So that is the basis of opinion paragraph. Is that difficult? It's not difficult, is it? Now, in the audit report of CalBank, you see something there. Material uncertainty relating to going concern. As I told you earlier when we were looking at this is an unusual paragraph because this paragraph will only be included in the audit report if the auditor's assessment of the ability of the entity to continue in the next 12 months is in doubt. So there are not many audit reports that you will see that paragraph, because really from the basis of opinion paragraph we are supposed to go to the CAM paragraph, key audit matters. Are you getting it? The key audit matter paragraph. Hey, paragraph, I'm sure paragraph. Now, the key audit matter paragraph is where the auditor brings to the attention of the shareholders significant issues that arose during the audit and how they were dealt with. Okay, so the auditor draws the attention of shareholders to the significant issues that arose during the audit and how they were resolved. That's the key audit matter paragraph. But as I said, sometimes between the basis of opinion paragraph and the key audit matter paragraph, we may have that paragraph you are seeing in the CalBank's report here, material uncertainty relating to going concern. Sometimes it can come after the key audit matters. Other times it can be in between the basis of opinion and the key audit matters. Okay? So material uncertainty relating to going concern. So when you pick MTN's financial statement, you won't say this. When you pick Ghana GCB PLC financial statement, you won't see this paragraph. Because this paragraph only comes up when in the auditor's assessment, the company's ability to continue in business in the next 12 months is in doubt. We are not sure. And we want to let shareholders understand so that 6 months after we have said, oh, the financial statement give true and fair view. If CalBank becomes, bankrupt and is liquidated, nobody will come and sue us and say, you didn't do your job well. No. Because the inclusion of this paragraph does not modify our report or our opinion. The fact that we are raising a red alert on the entity's ability not to be able to continue in a business in the next 12 months, based on our assessment, we doubt it, does not mean the opinion on the financial statement for the year is wrong. I hope you are getting the treatment here. So this does not modify the opinion. So the opinion still stands. That, if we take the 2024 financial statement of CalBank PLC, BBI are fine. It gives a true and fair view. But for the next 12 months there, we are not sure. And that is the material uncertainty relating to going concern. Now,